All right, as I said, we're currently in volleyball warm-ups right now for the 15 team. Looking forward to this game getting started here in just a few minutes. We are playing catch-up as the day did get a little behind as it went on. So we'll be live here in just a few minutes. In the meantime, relax, enjoy the show as I try to make this screen as perfect as possible because I've got time, so why not, right? All right. Believe I've now got you squared away, perfect as possible. We've also got weights. Also have a weight going here, which I hope helps keep everything squared away. So as you may or may not know here, I do dual stream. So I do handle the team's recording of how the game goes, the tournament goes, those things. But I also do this stream. So it makes life a little complicated for me as I am multi-streaming at basically all times. And I have to have 3 devices to do this. So I have my iPhone, which does the recording for the team, my iPad, which is what you are watching, which is doing its best to keep up with today's stream. And then I have an Android phone that handles my scoring so I can keep up with it. What makes it challenging, of course, is that as you can see, there are a lot of courts going right now. This tournament's got about 45 of them concurrently going. So there's a fair amount of noise. And, you know, most importantly for what we're trying to do here, a lot of other people saturating the network. So absolutely doing the best that I can. Hopefully this is looking good for you. Because I'm using all of my primary devices for recording, I also don't have access to, any messages that come in. So if there is something you notice that you're like, hey, that's a major problem, please send that to Tiffany. She'll be happy to pass that on to me. But right now, we're getting ready to get started. And we should be live. Like I said, I think we'll be live here in probably 5 minutes or so. If you need to get a drink, use the restroom. I'm drinking a nice Coca-Cola here. We watched this team play earlier. A little bit about the matchup. Pro Serve Volleyball, which is the team you're seeing here. They're coming in from Tallahassee, Florida. They are quite good. We watched them play Metro, which is the team that we played earlier. And let's just say they stomped them. We also watched them play Tsunami, which is who we will play after this. And unfortunately, exactly the same thing. They destroyed them too. So there's a lot of power on this team, which I think is good in terms of if we are able to really take ownership of that. Because where they have power, they lack control. So they hit the ball very hard, often over the court. So if we can play smart, really focus, I think there's a good chance we'll do well. All right, folks. If you are a huddle participant, yours just went up. I'll continue to adjust that because I don't quite have the court all the way in view. Fix that. I'll watch that. It's hard because, again, I'm trying to do 2 at once. All right, there goes Prolink. Getting the high fives, the cheers, the parents cheering them on. You can see a little bit of the size difference as the girls cross each other there. So it'll be very interesting to see how this goes and what happens. If you're looking at the score board, don't get confused when it says Pro Serve or PSVA Houston. Houston's the name of the coach. The team is out of Tallahassee, Florida. So, depending how I switch between calling them Pro Serve or Pro Style, or if I'm calling them PSVA or Houston, or if I even refer to them as from Tallahassee, Florida. Either way, however that plays out, you're going to get a little of it, a little of it all. All right, looks like we're doing a slightly different starting lineup right now, at least based on who's on the court and what positions they're in. All right, folks, we're back. Better than ever. All right, so we do appear to be running a slightly different lineup. Piper substituted out there, so Bronwyn is in, number 14 there. Up front, you have Sahara wearing number 30, Emily wearing number 12, Juliet wearing 31, Bronwyn, 14, as I just talked about, Everly, number 5, and Kylie will be serving from the right-hand side of your screen here as soon as the clearance is given, wearing 72. Hope everybody's been having a good day today. All right. Looks like we're going to be in pretty good shape now. Here comes the ref. We will be serving first. Serve it up, the call from the sidelines. And we're underway as first point goes to Pro Style. That'll have Kylie and Ananya swapping out. So Ananya coming in wearing number 11 there on the right-hand side of your screen. First point and an ace, although Pro Style violating the rules with their hands above their head. Not allowed to do that anymore. Bronwyn handles that one perfectly. Everly sets it to the outside. That's going to be Sahara. Sahara sends it, but it is blocked and pushed right back down on us. So I mentioned in previous games or tournaments that one of the new rules this year is you're not allowed to have your hands above your head while the serve is occurring. Either this ref does not realize that or remember, or she has chosen to forget it. Juliet with the spike, handled by Pro Style. They're going to return it on 3 hits. Ananyan's there. Everly pops, we're going to Juliet again. Juliet spikes it. Juliet with the kill. All right, Julia and Piper swapping out. Never mind. What was the call? They're saying that the block did not. So the current call on the field is, the current call on the court, excuse me, is that when they went up to block it, and they did, and it touched it and it went flying out, that they did not touch it. And so that makes it a pro-style ball. This is one of those times I'd love to offer that I have a recording. Wow. Not even close to accurate on that call. Ananya with that one. Everly pops it. Juliet spikes it. Goes long. Coach Natty trying to tell the girls to calm down. It's okay. It's just 1 point. All right, that's Sahara. Sahara to Everly. Everly back to Sahara. Sahara pops it right over and behind. Diving save from Pro Style. Over the back bump. Ananyan's there. That's going to go to Everly. Everly tries to sneak it over. Diving save by Ananyan. That's going to be Sahara, but it gets blocked and shoved back down on our side. 6 points. What happened to the rule you can't have your hands above your head? Yeah. Not allowed to anymore. It's against the rules. All right. Bronwyn sends it over. Handled by Pro Style. Here comes the return. Juliet went up for the spike, but the spike is successful, and it's quickly 7-0. Coach Natty on the side kind of laughing at this point with some of the bad calls being made. It was let go out, and it's called in. 8-0. On the side, Tiffany also losing her mind. All right, 8-0. Bronwyn pops that one high. Everly moves it forward. Juliet, quick reaction, sends it over. Can't quite get it over the net. Good try by her, though. And a timeout called by Natty, as the team is very frustrated at the moment. So far, we've had 3 bad calls that have all gone against us. Tiffany is angry. All right, let's see what we can do here. 0-9. Bronwyn handles that perfectly. Ball now on the court. Juliet with the spike. But it's blocked and sent on our side. 10-0. Bronwyn's right there. Everly sets it, goes behind her. This time to Emily. Emily spikes it cross court. Out as it goes wide. Coach Natty trying to help the girls stay calm as their frustration grows with the score. Sahara's there. Juliet pops it nice and high. Bronwyn sends it over. Here comes the return from the outside hitter. Juliet and Emily went up for the block, got between them, and dropped in front. 12-0. 12 unanswered points. 3 bad calls, keeping the momentum going. Sahara with the spike, handled by Pro Style. Inside hitter's going to take it. It's a spike. Right there's Ananya. Ananya to Everly. Everly back to Sahara. Sahara spikes it. Once again handled by Pro Style. Ananyan's there. Everly rushes over, gets there in time. Sahara sends another one over. Sahara gets the kill. And the first point for Prolink. Juliet and Piper swapping out now. And that's an ace from Bronwyn. 2 points. Adding to the stress levels right now. Another serve handled by Pro Style. Middle hitter's going to take it up against Piper. Gets spiked over Piper. Ananya not quite able to handle it despite a good effort. (13-2). Ananyan's right there. Everly sends it over her back. Pro Style's going to handle it. Emily. I was waiting for them to call that one in, given the luck that we've had. But they did call that one out. That makes it 13-3. All right, there's your serve. It's a good one from Mallory. They try to dump it over. 2 people there, they get it. It's going to go back to Sahara. Sahara sends it towards the back. That's handled. It's going to get returned from the outside. There's your serve, but Ananyan's there. Mallory sets that to Sahara. Sahara sends it over, gets blocked. Sahara bumps it, though. That's 2. Can Mallory do it? She does! And that is out! Mallory earning herself a point with that great reaction and wonderful speed save. Oh, unfortunately, she gets under that serve. 14 points for Pro Style. All right, here goes Pro Style serve. It's going to go out. Good call. That'll give Sahara a chance to serve. And Kylie coming in for Ananya. Sahara serving right under the camera. Towards the back, does it catch it? Oh, it does not. 15-5. Number 20 with the serve. Down to a knee. Now Mallory's got it. That's going to go to Kylie. Kylie couldn't quite get there in time. 5-16. There's the serve. Kylie's right there for that one. Mallory sets it back to Kylie. Kylie with the spike down towards the back corner. Kylie with a kill! That's what we want to see. Bronwyn and Juliet swapping out. All right. At the net, diving attempted for a save. Good attempt there by Natty, not quite able to get there. Piper and Bronwyn now swapping out. All right, this is going to put the ball back in the hands of Pro Serve. Or Pro Style, excuse me. There's the serve, right at Kylie. Kylie to Juliet, Juliet to Kylie, who has to adapt and does. Gets it over the net, inbounds. Outside hitter this time, blocked by Juliet. Unfortunately, it ran down the line on our side, giving them an 18th point. A little bit of reminder from Coach on how to handle those blocks in the future. Right into the net. Because how high is that net, folks? Too high. And it's time for your double substitution. This will be bringing in Everly to serve. And it will bring in Emily swapping for Mallory. So your front row right now, you have Emily, Juliet, Kylie. And you have Sahara, Bronwyn, and Everly. There's your serve right down the edge. Good serve by Everly. It's going to go to their outside hitter. Up for the block. Right there is Sahara. Juliet pumps it. Oh, good try by Everly to get there in time. Not quite able to. 7-19. Here we go again. There's the serve right at Kylie. Kylie to Everly. Everly moves to the center for Juliet. Juliet gets blocked by number 23 on Pro Style. 7 now to 20. And that is another timeout called by Prolink Natty. I mean, still losing pretty badly, but on the flip side, at least making some progress towards making up some ground. (20-7). Pro Style serve. All right. There's the serve, folks. Sahara gets down to a knee, gets there in time. Everly and Juliet both went diving for the ball, neither able to get there in time, and that makes it 21-7. Here comes the next serve. That's going to go long, I think, but Bronwyn last minute decided it wouldn't. She had a better angle on it than I did. That's a Pro Style ace. Sorry if there's some noise on the mic. I gotta move it. Pardon me. There we go. Hopefully that makes life a little better. Good spike, good block by Pro Style though. 23-7. That's Prolink well behind in this match. For this set. Sahara lets it go. It does fall in the back corner. That call is correct. 7-24, set point. There's the serve. Bronwyn's right there. Everly sets it behind her to Kylie. Kylie with the cross-court spike. Kylie with a kill. 8-24. It's not likely we'll come back from this one, but what we want to do is get some momentum and show that we deserve to be in this one, and then let Pro Style's, cockiness, arrogance after such a strong win come back to bite them. There's the serve from Kylie. Outside hitter's going to take that right back at Kylie. Everly sets this. We're going over to Sahara. Sahara with the spike sends it over the two front blockers. Good call. Next one. Juliet was there for the block. They went right next to her, though, catching the very edge of the court. And we lose the first set, 8-25. All right. Right now, Coach Natty is going to be given a fair amount of coaching around the way that we need to be blocking against these strong hitters, but also how we need to get over their strong blocking, the strong blockers. They really have two of them, if you notice, during the last set. They have two really good players. The rest are okay. This is a 15-1s team. So what that means is this is the best team that Pro Style Tallahassee has to offer in this age bracket. What we'll be looking for coming back onto the court is, one, to be confident that we deserve to be there and not expect another loss. Two, is to realize that four of those points, which were really all, three of those points, which were really all momentum points, were stolen from us. It wasn't about them and the way they played. Now, normally that balances out over the course of a match, so we're going to be looking for some calls to go our direction during this one. I'll be back in a few moments. All right. We are back at it, folks. Looking forward to a better set. Let's see how our starting lineup's coming together. Looks like we're going to have Kylie up front. Nope. Kylie moving to the right side. Juliet in the middle. Emily on the left. Piper is in the middle back. Everly back right. And currently... All right, finally got it in there. All right, up front, we have number 12, Emily. Number 31, Juliet. Number 30, Sahara. In the back on the left-hand side, number 72, Kylie. 46, Piper. And on the right-hand side, number 5, Everly. We will be looking forward to a better set. We're hoping that Pro Style brings a little bit of swagger and therefore overconfidence. That's what we're going to be looking for here. Prolink is really not that much better or worse. Like, this is an even match, even if the score from the first one did not reflect that. Waiting for the judges to call it good. All right, we have a swap you see there. Piper is up front center, Juliet in the back. So they're playing backwards on that today to start. They are cleared to go. All right, substitution time as Juliet and Bronwyn swap out. Pro Style is on the left-hand side. Ooh. As the camera got taken out, thankfully I have it well mounted because that would have been very bad for my very expensive equipment that I'm using. So grateful that that held up well. 5 points to this Amazon brand Jollycan stand for my, or tripod for my equipment. So high five to them. All right, we're cleared to go. And we're underway. That's Sahara. Sahara to Everly. Everly over to Emily. Emily with the spike. Handled by Pro Style. They're going to go to their outside hitter. Piper and Sahara go up, and they drop it right over the top of them and in front of our diving back row. First blood goes to Pro Style. All right, there's your next one. That's Sahara as well. Everly goes to the outside. Emily again. Emily with the spike. Handled. Emily goes up with the second spike. Also handled. That one's going to be a little challenging. Piper goes up for the hit. Gets it and sends it over the blocker. Here we go again. Outside. Tried to float it. Emily's right there. That's Kylie. Kylie sends it to Everly. Everly sends it over. Ooh, almost a problem for that. Emily up with the spike. There's the spike again. Diving. Bronwyn tried to get there. Couldn't quite. Second point for Pro Style. Hard fought point there. Ooh, they're no longer putting their hands up. Oh, Emily just misses that one, unfortunately. 3-0. You see her take ownership of that? All right, there's your serve. Bronwyn's right there. Bronwyn to Everly. Everly drops over to Emily. Emily goes up again. Her hit is blocked. And there is a net call. Our coaches, both of them over there smiling that call went our direction. 1-3. Pro Style mad. Good for them. Good serve by Sahara. Handled barely. Kylie popped it. We're going over to Emily on the other side. Emily, unfortunately, into the net. Looked like that worked in terms of pulling Pro Style off the direction that they were trying to head. Just couldn't quite get that over the net. Meanwhile, the varsity coach from South Forsyth High School here watching. There's your hit. Sahara down to a knee. Everly, that's to Kylie. Kylie cross court. Fortunately, it does go out of bounds. 1-5 now. We hope you're enjoying watching today's game, sponsored by TiffanyBookedIt.com. There's your serve. Kylie there. Everly, back to Kylie. Kylie with the hit, sends it over the net. Return's going to come from, looks like the back row hitter. Does. Bronwyn down to a knee, gets there. Everly to Piper. Piper sends it over. Almost got the kill there. As it comes back up, there's the spike. Ooh, good save by Everly. Everly to Bronwyn. Bronwyn moves it back to the center. That's to Emily. Emily sends it over. Here comes the return from the middle versus Piper. Emily with one arm got there and kept that ball alive. Good reaction by her. Here comes the return again. That's going to go way long, and it does. Woo! Juliet coming in now, playing the front row as Piper moves to serve. That's number 46, Piper Kahn. Meanwhile, it's substitution time on Pro Style, but they are cleared to go. And so Piper took advantage of it and went. Barely saved by Pro Style. Juliet's there, pops it nice and high. Everly over to Kylie. Kylie sends it over with a good hit. Pro Style going to struggle with that one. Oh, good save by Emily. I didn't realize that was on our side. Emily. I said Everly, but I meant Emily. Kylie up with the block. Kylie up with the block. 3-5. And there's many end leads. Oh, rolls over the net. Piper gets an ace as she catches the top of the net and it just rolls over. Piper smiling, coach smiling. Not quite the way I think she meant to do that. Piper with another serve. Piper with another ace! A-C-E, ace! All right, having a little trouble on that one. They don't get there though. That's what we like, and for the first time, and that forces my favorite thing, a timeout from Pro Style. Pro Style having to take a timeout there in the upper left-hand side of your screen as things have not gone their way this time, which is exactly what we've been wanting to see. What you're looking for there. That's what we're looking for. Is we threw them off their game. They came in a tad cocky. And let's see if we can keep at it. All right, as that timeout comes to an end, it is 6-5. All right, cleared the serve. There's Piper's serve. It's deep. Handled by Pro Style. Miller hitter's going to take it up against Juliet. Juliet tips it. Piper sends it high. Everly moves it forward to Kylie. Kylie sends it over the net. Handled. Outside hitter this time. Piper's right there again. Everly punches it over. Juliet, and there at the net. Good block by Juliet! Juliet gets another block and another Prolink point. There we go, Prolink. All right, here we go again. There's Piper's serve towards the back. Handled. Here comes the outside hitter, but they can't handle it because how high is that net, folks? Too high. Oh, it's going to go long. Oh, it does, unfortunately. 8-6. But Piper getting several points, bringing this game and making this game just a tad closer, which is what we want to see. Us now up 8-6. Pro Style with the serve. I did not get to see if that was in or out, but given that they're getting the ball, I'm assuming it was called out. I was too busy trying to get the ball. There's the next one. Barely drops in. Kylie's there, though. Everly sets it back to Kylie. Kylie with a great spike and herself a kill. 9-7. That's going to be double substitution time as Emily and Harper and Maddie and Everly swap it up. Harper, number 20, will be serving. She's on the right side of your camera today, folks. Good serve. Handled, though. Kylie and Julie up for the block. Bronwyn tries to get there. He gets a fist on it. Not quite able to keep it in bounds, but good effort. Both Juliet and Kylie there, great form as they jump to get that block, forcing the ball to go a slightly different direction. Get the ball back is the call from the sideline. There's the serve. That's Sahara. Sahara to Harper. Harper to Maddie. Maddie sends it over. The girls have to get back up. They do. Oh, over the blockers. Good dive by Sahara. Not able to get there, though. That's 9-all. Harper checking on Bronwyn to make sure she didn't get hurt during that collision. 9-all. All right, nice easy floater. Bronwyn's there. Harper sets it behind her. That's going to be Kylie. Kylie with a spike. Unfortunately, it goes long. 9-10. All right, Sahara's there. Unfortunately, did not handle that cleanly. Almost took out one of the line judges. That wasn't quite paying attention there. 9-11 as Pro Style takes a 2-point lead. Here comes that serve again, folks, but they're not even going to touch the net. I can't even make a that net's too high joke if you don't hit the net. Maybe this isn't soccer. All right, Kylie to serve. Right-hand side of your screen cleared to serve. Good spike. Oh, she caught the top of the net, though, as the net jumps up and grabs down that ball. 10-12. I think they're calling for air ball from the sidelines, which cracks me up. Right now, score is 10-12. Some kind of discussion going on the sidelines there. Looks like the scorekeeper's having a little trouble, maybe on a rotation. Looking like maybe Pro Style is out of rotation based on the fact that they're pointing fingers. All right, we are all clear as the decision. 10-12. Served. Sahara's right there. Harper tries to get there, so did Natty. Neither of them able to do so. 10-13. All right, there's your serve. Bronwyn's right there. Harper sets it behind her to Maddie. Maddie with a good spike towards the back. Barely handled by Pro Style. Pro Style outside hitter takes it. Bronwyn's there. Maddie tried to get there, couldn't quite, and now it's 10-14. Maddie letting them know whose ball that was. I couldn't quite tell who she was talking to, but definitely letting her know that it was there. All right, that one's right at Sahara. Sahara to Harper. Harper goes behind her to Maddie, and Maddie bumps it over. Here comes the return from the middle hitter up against Juliet. Juliet's tried to get there. Bronwyn sends it high. Ananya sends it, and Harper sends it over. Here comes your return from their outside hitter. Powerful hit. Ananya gets right there in time with a great hit. This is going over to Sahara. Sahara down the line. Oh, it was saved, though. Outside hitter again. Hard spike right at Bronwyn. Bronwyn to Harper. Harper goes straight up to Juliet. Juliet sends it through the block and gets herself a kill in the process. All right, Bronwyn serving right in front of you with the score 11-14. There's the serve. And it's a good one. Looks like it's going to go to the outside hitter who can't get it, and the call is our point. Got a little worried that maybe she had hit it, but she had not, and so it fell out. 12-14. Serve it up, the call from the sideline. There's the serve. Oh, barely got there. I thought she had an ace. They're going to have to send that over as a floater. Ananya's there to Harper. Harper sends it over, tries to drop it in on the second, and does! Not officially a kill, but I'm giving it to Harper anyway. Clears the net, barely, almost rolled over. That's going to be trouble. It's going to be a nice floater over the back. Bronwyn's there. That's going to Harper. Harper goes to Piper. Piper sends it over. Here comes that outside hitter again with a hard spike, but Sahara's waiting for it. Harper goes behind her this time to Natty. Natty punches it over. Natty gets herself a kill. Good job, Prolink. That's what we like to see. 14 all. Another good serve. A little bit of rotation on that one. It's trouble for him. Not officially an ace, but I'm calling it one. They couldn't handle it. That's good enough for me. 15-14. Prolink takes the head of Pro Style. Another good serve. Dropped in. Ooh. All right, outside hitter's got it. Piper goes up for the block. Got a finger on it. Harper sends it over quickly. They're able to handle it. Piper goes up for the block. Can't quite get there. Bronwyn with a good diving attempt. That makes it 15 all. All right, that was a fight, folks, but we're back in this at 15 all. Pro Style now serving. There's the pop. Harper's right there. Goes behind Piper, who's still able to get a finger on it and tip it over. There goes the tip. Harper's right there. It's a fight at the line. It goes out, but on who? Yeah! Out on Pro Style. Double substitution time. I'm not sure Coach even believed that was ours, but it was. That was a fight at the line. Everly's now coming in to serve wearing number 5 as Prolink maintain 16-15. Waiting for the refs to call good on the side. Everly, good serve right down the middle. We're going to our outside hitter on this one. Bronwyn's right there, though. Everly sends it sky high for Sahara. Sahara with the spike. That is handled. Piper at the net. Can't handle it. 17 points for Prolink. Let's do this. Serve towards the back corner. Handled by Pro Style. Piper, quick reaction as they tried to sneak it past her. Piper gets the kill! Piper fast on her feet. Quick lightning reflexes twice in a row there. Gets Prolink yet another point. Oh, I like it down the line. 14 handled it though. Outside hitter. Can't handle it. Another Prolink point. 19-15. And that forces a Pro Style timeout. Score 19-15. What you're going to be looking at here is how much of a difference did that make? So 2 things. Obviously, Pro Style is going to be looking to ice Everly here. Get her to make a mistake, have some problems. Basically get off her rhythm. Meanwhile, Coach Natty's going to try to keep that energy going. Let's see what happens as we come back from that timeout. We are 49 minutes into this match. Everly not iced out. Ball is good. Outside hitter's going to take that. They have to just barely dump it over. Sahara's there. Everly pops it to Emily. Emily spikes it towards the back. That's handled. Outside hitter again. Piper and Emily go up. Diving save by Everly. She tried to get there. Not able to. She got there, but not able to keep it straight up for another player. 19-16, but it was a valiant effort. 19-16. There's the serve. Sahara is right there for it. Everly pops it sky high to Emily. Emily sends it over. Emily with a kill as that ball comes straight back. 20-16, and it's substitution time as Kylie comes in for Ananya. That will have number 30, Sahara, serving right in front of the camera. There's a serve, rolls over the top of the net. Made it over, though. Inside hitter's going to take that. Taps it right back to Sahara. Sahara to Everly. Everly goes behind her to Emily, who spiked it cross court. Was handled, but a good play. Everly's there for that one. Bronwyn pops it and moves it forward. Kylie takes it. Kylie sends it over. Inside hitter again. Blocked at the net by Kylie. Kylie sets it high to Everly. Everly gives it back to her. There's the spike. Here we go again. Outside hitter this time. No, back row hitter. Everly handled that. Piper tried to save it. Bronwyn tried to get there. Neither of them able to. And Pro Style gets away with that point. 20-17. The back and forth continues. Here comes the serve from Pro Style. Nice easy flow to Bronwyn and Sahara not talking. Everly and Emily not talking. Gives Pro Style a free ball, free point. That was a little rough to give away that point there. Let's see if we can shake it off. Bronwyn right there, pops it nice and high. Everly over to Kylie. Kylie with the spike. Kylie with the kill! And we'll take that ball back, folks. That brings Juliet in as Piper gets ready to serve. 21-18. There's the serve. That was trouble for him. Back row's going to have to send it over, and they do. Kylie's there, sends it sky high. Everly sets it back to Kylie. Kylie spikes it. Kylie gets the tip and the kill. 22-18. Serve it up is the call from the sidelines. Another serve by Piper. Piper gets herself an ace as they're not able to handle that. 23-18. 2 more points, Prolink. 2 more. There's Piper's serve, and it's another ace! A-C-E, ace! 24-18 as Prolink fought back here in set 2. Can they lock it down? There's the serve. It's a good one. Pro serve, sending it back over. Juliet and Kylie both there, and they get the kill! 25-18. Prolink comes back and recovers, looking good. And we'll be back in a few minutes for a 3rd set tiebreaker, maintaining the tradition that Prolink doesn't know how to play less than 3 sets at a time. We learned during the break that the ref is very unhappy with my wife for being as angry as she was during that first set and complaining about the calls. So that's pretty funny, if I do say so myself, the fact that she made an impression. I like it. I'll also notice, though, that she made an impression, but the second set, the calls were much better. So I would also say that was worth it. As we get ready to start again, we'll be looking for a repeat of that second set, where Prolink was playing a much better game. Again, rules are the same. We start with 0 each, but we only go to 15. Looks like Piper will be serving first, continuing off from where they were at the end of the last set. Just waiting for the all clear from the ref, and we'll get this party started again. Here we go. There's the serve, drops it in, gets an ace to start. A-C-E, ace. 1, 2, 3, 4, everybody hit the floor. Ace, ace, ace. There's the second, also a good one. Not handled as well. Second point for Prolink. Coach Natty actually dancing on the sidelines after that one. There she goes again with the third. All right, this one's handled by ProServe. Inside hitter. Inside hitter goes up, sends it straight into the net. Because how high is that net, folks? Too high. 3-0. Here she goes again. Third one, clears the net. Dig. It's going to be trouble. They get there, though. Piper pops it up nice and high. That's Everly. Everly to Emily. Emily sends it over. Here we go again. It's a floater, though. Diving save. Emily, can Piper do it? She does! Back row kill from Piper. Woo! There we go. Parents cheering loudly beyond just me. Oh, too much excitement. And the first pro style point goes as Piper and Bronwyn substitute out. Let's get that ball back. All right, here's where we can really shut down pro style. Get the ball back quickly. Do not let them get any points. Bronwyn's right there. Everly pops it back towards the middle. Kylie's there to send it over. It gets tipped. Ooh, they saved it. All right, here we go again. Sahara moves it over. Oh, Emily was waiting for the set. Unfortunately, free ball fall. 4-2. Let's not let that happen. We're not in the business of giving them points. Bronwyn pops it nice and high. Everly gives it over to Kylie. Kylie with the spike. Handled by ProServe. Juliet at the net. That's a block. Woo! Doesn't matter, but I will tell you, the entire team, all of the crowd, everybody does not agree with the call that that was a block at the net. All right, Harper's going to serve coming in for Emily. Everly and Maddie swapping positions. Maddie now in the front row with Juliet and Kylie. There's Harper's serve. It's an ace! 6-2. The Prolink sideline. The girls just being much happier right now. Let's keep it up. Harper, another good serve. This time handled by ProServe. Pro style, jeez. All right, behind her, that's gonna be to Maddie. Maddie with the spike, able to keep it inbounds. That setup was not great. Yeah, whatever. Moving on. Bronwyn's going to send it over the net. Barely saved. Juliet goes up for the kill. Barely saved again by Pro Style. It's going to be at the net. They can't get it over, though. Because how high is that net, folks? Too high. Keep it up. The cheer from the sideline. 7-2. Pro Style. Prolink with the serve. It's going to go long, but they handled it. Thanks. All right, inside hitter's going to send it over. It's nice and floating. Kylie's right there for it. Harper able to get under it. Kylie goes for the cross-court spike. Handled by Pro Style. Outside hitter's going to take that. It's a hard spike with Sahara down to a knee. Kylie almost punched it. Good effort by Kylie there. Not quite able to get it, but it was not for a lack of effort. All right, we're now ready to receive. 7-3. There's the serve. Juliet, quick reaction, gets there in time. Maddie pops it high. It's going to come down to Sahara to send it over, and she does. Here comes the return from the inside hitter. It's going to go way long and go flying like 3 courts over. 8-3. That's going to give Kylie a chance to serve now. Sahara, Maddie, and Juliet up front. Kylie with the serve there. Inside hitter's going to take the return. It's a nice floater. Bronwyn takes that one. Harper sets it to Sahara. Sahara finds a way to get there, because that set was slightly behind her. But here comes the return. This time it's Kylie to pop it high. Harper moves it over to the outside for Sahara. Sahara with the spike. Ooh, unfortunately, the net jumped up and pulled that one down. 8-4. That's going to have a substitute. Kylie and Ananya is going to come in as that ball went flying and just missed. All right, there's the serve. Sahara and Bronwyn still not talking. Ananya hits it high. Maddie from the very back. Does she get enough under it? Oh, almost, but not quite. 8-5. Over an hour into this 3-set match. There's the serve. Ananya lets it go. Good call, as there's no court there, folks. 9-5. Prolink. Bronwyn getting ready to serve as Piper comes in onto the front row. There's the serve. It's a good one. That's going to be a problem for Pro Serve. That's an ace! Pro Style. I don't know. Their name needs to be Pro Serve, because apparently that's what I've decided. 10-5. All right, there's a good serve. Floated over. Ananya's there. She moves it forward. Harper sets it. Harper gives it to Piper, but it goes behind Piper. She's not able to get to it. 10-6. Here we go. Let's get that ball back. Sahara's got that one. Harper goes behind her to Maddie. Maddie with a spike. Did she catch it? She caught it! Yeah! Maddie got the back corner kill. Good call by the line judge. And that'll have us doing some substitutions. But that was a fantastic call with emphasis from the line judge. Really appreciate that. 11-6. That'll have Everly serving for us on the right side of your screen. Good serve. Outside hitter's going to take that. It's a nice floater. Ananya's there. That gives Everly a chance to go up with it. Sahara moves quickly and gets there in time. It's a punch. Good saves all the way around. Here comes the return. Ananya. Everly with a quick reaction. Sahara sends it over. Another good quick reaction. Outside hitter sends it over. Everly's there for that one. Bronwyn pops it up to Sahara again. Sahara sends it over. It gets punched. Sahara. Everly. Oh, good effort all the way around. That was an incredible effort on that point all the way around. And timeout called by Prolink as the score currently 11-7. This is a back and forth match. What started as a destruction in set one, with Prolink basically just getting murdered, has come back with a vengeance as basically the team has taken the attitude, we're not putting up with that. We're not going to put this game in the hands of a ref. And as they come back on the court, we see 11-7 is the score. It is not over yet, though. I want to remind you, Pro Style is a 15-1 team. They've got their front row now in. There's the serve. Barely gets over. Sahara tries to get down there. That ball barely cleared the net, but it did. 11-8. Get the ball back. The cheers from the crowd. Now the sideline adding in too. That's going to go way wide. They hit Tiffany with that one. They're mad at her for her complaining after set one, I think, and decided to take the opportunity to hit her. Kylie now in for Ananya, 12-8. Sahara with the serve. Pro Style hard hit, but Sahara down to a knee. Everly sends it. It's going to be hard for Kylie. She couldn't quite get there. 12-9. This is by no means over. This is a point-for-point, knockdown, drag-out. Let's get that ball back right here. There's the serve. Bronwyn's right there. Everly gives it to Kylie, who tried to run in and couldn't get there in time. 12-10. There's the serve. Diving attempt to get there, but it's an ace for Pro Style. Now 12-11. We need to get that ball back right here. We cannot give them the lead. Kylie's right there, pops it nice and high. Everly gives it back to Kylie. Kylie spikes it in. Their side goes crazy as it's now 12-all. Another Prolink timeout. It's second in basically as many minutes, as this game is now tied. At this point, it is basically first to three. First to three. Coach Natty's going to be talking about changing and bringing the momentum back. Coach Houston, which I assume is the name, will be talking about getting the keeping the momentum they've got. As the girls come back onto the field, we're about to see how this will play out. Back onto the court, 12-12. Pro Style. Kylie's there, pops that. Everly goes back to Kylie. Kylie sends it over. That's handled by Pro Style. Middle hitter's going to take it up against Piper. It goes wide. Prolink point! What is happening? They're trying to decide whose call it is. They're trying to say somebody on our side blocked it. We are not accepting that call, though. We're waiting to see what happens. So they are reversing that decision. Coach Natty's still not okay with the decision. It'll be interesting to know what the people on the video camera think. You got to see it in real time. You can even go back and watch it, I'd imagine. But I will tell you right now, our coach is not happy with the decision. It's also, I believe, the wrong judge making that call. Because what should happen is the judge in this corner would make the decision if it went out, and she, as the judge on the net, should be making the call if it was touched or not. All right, don't let them take this from you. Go get it, girls. Sahara is right there. That goes to Everly. Everly dumps it over. Here comes the return. Piper at the middle. Bronwyn's right there. We're going to over to Kylie. Kylie with the spike. Kylie with a kill. All right, let's not let them take this from you. 1 point at a time. There's the serve by Piper. It's a good one. It's an ace! 14-13. Timeout called by Pro Style. All right, it comes down to this. This is set and match point as that timeout ends. Hearts racing. Ball, oh! As she takes out Emily. I mean, the ball did go over the net. No, I wish. Kylie. Everly back to Kylie. Kylie with the spike. Block. Saved by Juliet. Bronwyn sends it over. Fight at the net. Good save. Juliet sends it over. What a save. Outside here is going to take that flat-footed. Oh! Set and match point. Again. But this time the opposite way. Sahara pops it. Everly's there, going back to Kylie. Kylie sends it. That's going to get handled. Here comes the middle hitter against Juliet. Juliet with the block. Juliet with the kill! Juliet gets the block. It's substitution time. Emily and Harper, Natty and Everly. 15 all. Unfortunately, straight into the net. Set and match point again. Nice and easy floater. Harper's going to hand that, send it over to Maddie. Maddie, unfortunately, not able to handle it. And they lose the set and the match. After a valiant effort, the girls really did well, having 4 or 5 points stolen from them during that game. We'll be back.